In the spring of 2007, I spent 3 months at Church of the Resurrection Bugalobi in Kampala, Uganda. I think I really didn't know what to expect really at all. And John Awadi had visited Christ Church 7 or 8 years ago, and so he had connections with a lot of people here, and I had just heard the most lovely things about him. He basically sat me down the first week and said, I feel like you're here to really kind of experience everything that would happen in the life of a parish, and so I want to give you every kind of experience imaginable. And so he just immediately sort of pushed me into everything in the most delightful sort of way. Every single thing that he was trying to do was really pushing them towards a focus of caring about a world outside of just Church of the Resurrection Bugalobi, really having a passion to minister, especially in that part of the city, cleaning up the area, going in to visit people in their homes in the slums, taking them food, taking them medicine, praying in the hospitals. I met a lot of priests from the parishes of Kampala Diocese and met a lot of different congregation members, and I just can't think of a better church, really, for Christ Church. I can't think of another church or another pastor that is so like-hearted and so on the same page as we are. And the most encouraging thing to me was, like I said earlier, that we're from totally different cultures, totally different backgrounds, totally different even educational systems, and then to be able to come together and be on the same page and have the same picture of what it looks like to advance the kingdom is just, I mean, I can't really imagine anything cooler than that.
Violence is an everyday occurrence here, and on any given week we're going to hear gunshots on a regular day. And so homicide is the #1 cause of death here. And in addition to that, there's tremendous pressure to drop out of school. This is a neighborhood that is mostly forgotten, and people here are shut off from access to good education, to good jobs, and a lot of these other social systems that, again, for us, we take for granted. In 1998, we realized that out of our relationships with the kids, we had to form a formal organization to help the kids to overcome their situation. And they said the #1 need in our neighborhood is hope. And it's out of hopelessness that violence happens and that people drop out of school and they don't hold down jobs and they are satisfied with substandard housing. And so the kids said, if we can provide hope for our neighborhood, good things will happen. We have several programs that are in place to be able to help the kids and help us to accomplish our mission. The first one is we have Bible studies that meet throughout the week, and we have a group of leaders that come in and develop a relationship with the kids and also teach them about God. And the whole goal for the kids in those Bible studies is to be able to assimilate into the Leaders in Training program. The Leaders in Training program is a Christian leadership development program, and it's very holistic in nature, and that is for kids that are 4th grade and up, 4th grade through 12th grade. And once in that program, we throw everything that we have at our disposal their way. We push those kids not just to be in a program that has the word leader in it, but we actually challenge them to be leaders. And as we get more of the kids in that program, then we can push them out back into the neighborhood to make a positive impact as a leader for the other kids in this area.
I've been a pastorate for about 8 months. We meet as a community for worship, teaching, fellowship, really, and it's been a really good time of getting to know lots of other people on a deeper level than we can in Sunday morning church. Each night we start with just 30 minutes of food and fellowship, nothing scheduled, nothing planned. After that we do worship. Someone in the pastorate leads worship, and then we go into a time of teaching. Someone in the pastorate will teach each week, but it rotates around, it's always changing. And then we break up into small groups after that and discuss the things that have been talked about. Lastly, we do some kind of prayer ministry, whether just praying for one another. We also try and do some sort of outreach on kind of a regular basis. So we've done 2 things so far. We did Freedom Fire, which is an urban ministry where we go down on a Friday night and hang out with these urban kids We feed them and we just play with them, and we had a great time. We really enjoyed it, and all came away really feeling enriched by the experience. So the other service opportunity that we had was we did something called Christmas in October, which is we have a couple of guys in our pastorate that work at Black and Veatch. We partnered with Black and Veatch in going into rehab this house, but lots of businesses all over the city do this Christmas in October. But we kind of fixed up this old house that this family was living in, and they had really no means to do so themselves. So we were able to come in and help out. The owner of the house was so grateful. She was just crying in the living room and just hugged almost every one of us, I think, before we left, and just said, "God bless you, I'm so thankful." It really was cool that she really appreciated it. What I would say to someone who is thinking about being in a pastorate is that it's a great opportunity to get to know people on a really deep level and to talk about deep spiritual things with them. It's also a great opportunity to serve outside the community, and it's a great opportunity to bring in people if people are intimidated by Sunday morning church. It's a great opportunity to explore your gifts, whether it be teaching or worship leading or prayer ministry. There's a great opportunity to use all those gifts and to find out what gifts you have.